Let's start on our backs. Place your hands in the crease of your hips and walk your shoulders away from your pelvis. Lift your head, lay it back down. Straighten the elbows to get a nice long spine. And then either lengthen the legs or keep them bent, depending on your back. Take a big inhale, feel your belly expand up like a balloon. Your ribs go wide, and then your collarbones rise. Exhale, feel it all collapse back down. Inhale, belly rises, ribs widen, collarbones rise. When you come to the exhale, do a ha sound, like you're fogging up a mirror. Inhale, 3-part breath. On the next exhale, you'll start with a ha and then close your lips. So you're still making the ha sound at the back of your throat. It's audible. Make the inhale audible as well. You're going to breathe like this throughout your practice today. Continue breathing, the 3-part breath. There will be times when you've got to use your abdominals and you're not going to be able to expand your abs like a balloon. So you'll keep the abs tight and just do a 2-part breath. You'll breathe wide into your ribs and into your collarbones. Cross your right leg over your left. Right arm up to the sky, left arm overhead. Inhale. And as you exhale with the ha sound, you're going to roll over, stacking your hips, and then let your hips go down to the mat, and then roll your upper body back. Switch. If this hurts your neck, you can support your head. The low body is limp. So all in the abs are getting you up there. This exercise sequences the abs properly. This is how you first learn to train your abs as a baby. Let the low body go, and then roll the torso down with the abs. Reach, 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 reach. And stack. Let the low body go, and unwind it. And reach, reach, reach. Feel like your low body doesn't even exist. It's not participating. Don't dig with the heels. Don't squeeze with the legs. Glutes are soft. Bend your knees. Press into the legs to lengthen your spine, straightening your elbows. Lengthen one leg out, and then lift it from the ground 1/4 of an inch. It's almost like your leg is in glue. You're just lifting it off the floor. You want your pelvis level, so place your heel of your hands on your hip bones and the fingertips at the pubic bone. And when the hands are level, that's neutral spine, neutral pelvis. You want to hold that. Your back is probably maybe slightly off the floor. You can feel your back working. Use the ha sound. Knit the low front ribs together to engage the oblique muscles that crisscross. And then close the lips and still make the sound of the back of the throat. That's called the ujjayi breath of yoga. Switch legs. Lift like you're lifting it out of some super glue. It's not really coming off the floor, just hovering. Shoulders are broadening and widening, pressing downward. You also want your pelvis level. You can place your hands on the crest of your hips, and when the hands get level, that's where it's supposed to be. So you don't want one hand higher than the other. Spread your toes to make sure you're not gripping. Have equal weight on both sides of the pelvis. So if you feel the left side lifting, press it down. Two-part breath here. You've got to use your abs for this. So your ribs are going wide and your collarbones are rising. Release. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, chin towards the Adam's apple, and you're going to peel your way up. Good. Crisscross your legs, roll onto all fours. Plank position on your knees, elbows bend, belly in and up. Squeeze your elbows in towards your body or towards the rib cage. Sit back, come up. One foot comes up. Try not to put any pressure on your legs. Try to do it with no hands if possible. A little lift and switch legs. You're going to lower down with balance. Come back up. A little lift and release. Build your mountain pose, which is perfect posture. Your big toes are slightly apart. And so are your heels, all toes pointing forward. Belly comes in and up, shoulders up, back and down. Close the front low ribs together. And then retract your head on top of your spine. Chin parallel to the floor. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, swan dive. Bend your knees like an Acapulco cliff diver. Hands come down. Left foot steps back and knee down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, you're going to lean into this, your knee over your toenails. You're pulling your back, your right sitting bone towards the back inner thigh. Belly in and up so that the tail points downward. Breathe. First, spread your fingers wide and your toes. Two-part breath, ujjayi. Exhale, hands down, foot goes back. On your knees, lower down, elbows point back. Hands in front of your shoulders and rise. Belly up, pubic bone presses down. Exhale. Inhale, push up from the knees. Left foot comes up, and you can hook the leg and bring it up, but I do want you to bring it straight up, not around the side. Inhale, arms overhead. Lean into it. Spread toes and fingers. Belly in. No gripping with the toes. Hands down, foot back, lower down, elbows in. Belly up, pubic bone down, and rise. Chin scrapes the Adam's apple, and then look forward. Spread toes and fingers. Heart forward. Hands are pulling towards your feet. Breathe like you mean it. Lower down. Hands under shoulders. Press up from the knees. Downward dog. Bring the right foot up between your hands. Back foot down. You're going to rise up into a warrior two position. So your shoulders and your hips are squared to front. You want them to be level. Back foot turns in 45 degrees. Make a blade with the hands. Bend your front knee. This front knee needs to open and point in the same direction as your second toe. Belly in, tail points down. Look forward, retract your head, then turn it. Breathe like you mean it, Ujjayi. Extended side angle, you're going to reach forward, elbow comes to the inner knee. Retract your head and look up. Tailbone points towards your back heel, hand to your shoulder, and then shoot your arm up by your ear. No weight on the hand, belly in. Press your elbow into your knee to open it. Right sitting bone is pulling, reaching towards the back inner thigh. Knit the front low ribs together. Hand comes down. Foot goes back. Knees down. Lower down. Low cobra. Elbows are up. Lower down. Elbows in. Press up. Curl toes under. Downward dog. Right foot comes up between the hands. Press up into a warrior one position. You might make your stance a little shorter. Bend your front knee. Lift your toes and then float them on the ground. Belly in. Shoulders are facing forward. And then turn your right foot in. Feet out. Bend. Hands on your thighs. Straighten your elbows. Lengthen your spine. Shoulders above pelvis. And then rise, warrior two on the other side. Foot turns in. Bend your knee. Shoulders and hips face forward. Belly in, tail down. Retract your head and then turn. Set up your arms a little differently this time. Pretend your hands are on water. Lift. Turn the palms in. Straighten the elbows. And then turn the hands down from the wrist. Make a blade. Bend a little deeper. This knee has to open up and point towards your second toe. Lift your toes. Keep them there if you have a tendency to grip. Just keep them lifted. Pelvis is level and squared. Sink a little deeper. Reach forward, extended side angle, elbow towards the knee, pry it open. Arm up, belly in, tail towards the back heel, press into the back heel, the outer back heel. Hand to the shoulder, elbow into the ribs, and shoot the arm up. Look to your shoulder. Do whatever version you can of this. It'll get deeper. It'll get more intense over time. Open up that knee. Breathe like you mean it. 2-part breath here. Your belly has to stay tight. Reach that top arm. Hands down. Foot slides back, lower down. Low cobra. Belly up, pubic bone down. Hands under shoulders. Little push up, elbows in tight. Sit back into an Eastern stretch. Bring the hands together. Make a steeple. Point the pointer finger down, straighten elbow. If the bottoms of your feet are tight, you can curl the toes under. Lifting your head onto all fours. Roll onto your back. Palms down. Tilt your pelvis back and roll down. Head down. Cross your right knee over your left. Drop your knees to the right. The left knee has to touch the ground. So just keep rolling over until it does. Bring the left arm up. Let it open. And then float the left arm. Either above your head, to a Y, to a T. If you want to increase the intensity, straighten the elbow. Increase it more, bend the wrist back. Increase it more, spread the fingers. Just play around with it. Feel where you're tight and then work that area. Ujjayi breathing still. Lengthen the back of your neck. You can do the 3-part breath here. Your belly can get big. Ribs wide. Breathe into your back. Collarbones rise. Now use your abs to lift your knees. Feel it in your belly. Switch. Left leg on top. Drop left. Right knee touches the floor. Right arm up. And then open up. Lengthen the back of your neck and float your arm. Ujjayi 3-part breath. Using your abs to lift your knees. Walk the legs out. Let your whole body go soft for dead man's pose. Now your breath is just natural. Feet flop open. Palms turn upwards towards the light. Drop your jaw. Release around your eyes and around your mouth. Feel your cheeks drop down towards the floor. Throat softens, shoulders let go. Release down the arms to the fingertips. Drop your jaw again. Chest releases, belly softens. Hips let go. Release down the legs all the way to the tippy toes. Gather up all your thoughts about the past, set them on a cloud, let them float away. Gather up your thoughts about the future, everything you're going to do today and tomorrow and a 10-year plan. Set it on a cloud, let it float away. It'll come back later, after this 5 minutes. Affirm the past does not exist. The future does not exist. Only this moment in time is real. So be here. Inhale, reach above your head and stretch. As you exhale, roll to your right side in a fetal position, resting. Slowly press up to a seated position that you like. When it's comfortable, bring your hands in front of your heart and choose 3 blessings and give thanks. As you exhale, lower your ego mind below your compassionate heart in reverence. Inhale as you rise, and namaste.